First, it's the technology we're being forced to use. Tap and go or pay wave. All new credit and debit cards have it. It's supposed to make life easier for retailers and shoppers, but it's also a payday for thieves. Ben McCormack's been investigating and he joins me now. Ben?
Yes, Tracy, this technology is making customers angry because they can't turn it off. If you lose your card, your account can be drained in a matter of minutes. And as you're about to see, it can even happen while the card is still in your wallet.
I hate it. I hate it with a passion.
They pretty much went on a shopping spree.
It's just so dangerous.
It's transmitting data, your data, wirelessly over open airwaves.
No one's asking them who they are. No one's looking at the card to check their name.
It's ridiculous. I mean, that's what we were given a PIN number for.
There's a price to pay for convenience.
They spent $500 of my money.
With a simple tap, you can lose the lot.
Someone can just go and have a field day. Someone can go and have a party at your expense.
Tonight, the new danger with Tap and Go. Visa's PayWave and MasterCard's PayPass.
Put it on top of your card and your card details appear on the screen.
As simple as that.
That's it.
That's frightening.
We'll show you how you can protect yourself and keep your money safe.
So when someone tries to skim your cards, it powers up and jams the frequency, so you're protected.
And find out if you can opt out of the technology altogether.
My advice would be not to have a card with PayPass.
Hey, can I get a flat white, please?
For Laura Rose Noonan, it happened in an instant.
I was out with friends and we were all sitting at this table. I left my bag obviously on the table while we were all talking and they just grabbed it and ran out of the shop.
Within minutes of having her handbag stolen, Laura's bank account was being fleeced, thanks to the convenience of Tap and Go technology.
At one convenience shop it was $99 and then they went in again and spent another $40. And in another shop they spent $55 4 times in a row.
In all, the thieves spent $500 before Laura could cancel the card.
I felt upset. It was my money I worked hard for and it can be taken from me just like that.
The danger is you can tap and go with just a $100 purchase without proving your identity, without putting in a PIN number. So if someone gets your card, it's like having $100 of your cash.
Ever since Tap and Go was introduced, technology expert Trevor Long has warned of the dangers. He says a thief with your card can potentially empty your entire bank account depending on what your daily withdrawal limit is.
They can spend $100 at a grocery store, they can spend $100 at a liquor store, they can spend $100 at a corner store, and they can, if you've got the money, they can start really chewing through your bank balance.
It's called RFID, or Radio Frequency Identification Technology, and we now all have it in our credit and debit cards. Inside the card is a chip or a wire that acts as a transmitter. When it comes close to a reader, it sends your personal information. When you're buying something at a store, this is how money is taken directly from your bank account. RFID technology is also used in things like hotel swipe keys and passports.
So essentially this is a building access card, which is the same thing. It's got an RFID chip in it, and this building door opener is a reader. So if this was your credit card and that was the reader, as soon as it comes close, it beeps and the information is transmitted from one to the other.
It's quick and easy for customers, but it's also quick and easy for thieves.
It's transmitting data, your data, or any data, wirelessly over open airwaves. And with that wireless transmission of data comes a vulnerability, and that vulnerability can be exploited.
Just turning into an unsafe way of banking, especially when we were told PIN numbers are your security. Do not disclose your PIN number to anybody. And then they go and put this on the cards where anybody could use it.
Danielle Calderwood found out just how easy it is for money to be swiped from her card.
Went to pay for petrol and got in there holding my card near the swipe. Went to swipe and next minute it beeped. And I'm just like, what's going on? And the girl said, oh, you're right to go. And I said, what do you mean? I haven't swiped or anything yet. And she said, oh no, she goes, you tap and goes, collect it. And I'm like, well, I didn't want that.
Danielle says she didn't want the money to come out of that account, but it happened without her even realising it.
It's ridiculous. I mean, that's what we were given a PIN number for our security. And now they're doing a backflip and basically giving anybody access to your account by just, yep, you're paid, see you later.
Incredibly, the same thing happened to her nephew Josh. He hadn't even taken his card out of his wallet.
I went to JB Hi-Fi to purchase a couple of CDs and DVDs. Just as soon as I pull out my wallet to pay for it, I opened it and the thing was at least, say, that far from it, and it automatically accepted it, which I didn't want it to be because it takes a full 24 hours for the money to take out.
And if you think getting your card stolen or unintentionally paying for purchases is a risk, then there's the problem of electronic pickpockets.
What's frightening is just how easy it can happen. You could be on a train platform, in a busy shopping centre, or just walking down the street. All of a sudden, a stranger brushes past you. In that instant, he's stolen all of your credit card details and he hasn't even laid a finger on you.
People don't realise that someone passing you by and just bumping into you could actually be skimming your card.
You could be walking on an escalator, someone comes up behind you, skims you. You won't know until you get your receipt a month, your invoice a month later, or your bank statement.
Tyler Harris is from Armorcard, a company that makes a device that claims to protect you from electronic pickpockets. Before he explains how it works, Trevor Long is showing us how thieves can now access your account using a free phone app.
So this is an Android phone. I've just downloaded an app from the App Store. I put it on top of your card and your card details appear on the screen.
As simple as that.
That's it.
That's frightening.
Not only that, the app also steals your entire transaction history and displays it for the thieves.
The more of your details that are stolen, the more chance there is they're actually stealing your identity, not just your money. And that's a bigger risk for individuals, is that people are building up a database of information about you and they're actually stealing your identity and potentially getting more than just $100 here and there.
It's happening in cafes, on public transport, and if you travel overseas, you're particularly vulnerable.
Armorcard has recently engaged in some independent research, and what we've found is that over $439 million in Australia has been attributed to electronic pickpocketing.
New Zealanders got so fed up with Tap and Go that the ABS bank there is now giving customers the option of turning off the technology on their cards, something Aussie customers are now calling for.
The banks need to give customers, if they value their customers, they need to stand up and make it so that customers actually have the opportunity to choose whether they want this on their card or they don't, because it's unfair. It's unfair on everybody.
Today, Westpac told us PayPass and PayWave technology is a standard feature of their cards, but wouldn't tell us why customers don't have a choice to turn it off. Commonwealth told us their cards are supplied by MasterCard with Tap and Go technology and they have no capability to switch it off. ANZ said they don't turn off PayWave because most of their customers want it. And NAB, they also say their cards are supplied by MasterCard and Visa and they have no capability to switch it off. All the major banks promise that if your money is stolen, it will be refunded as soon as possible.
They should be taken off all cards altogether, but if you do have a PayPass, then I would definitely be breaking mine myself if I knew that I was going to get money taken off me.
We're going to take the card.
And that's exactly what we've seen many customers do in online home videos. Everything from putting a hole in the chip to cutting it out. People have even put their bank cards in the microwave.
If you want to go to the extreme, you can cut the card and ruin the tap and go portion of it, but it'll still work as a swipe card and an ATM. Or you can have a wallet that's protective, or there's even electronic cards that you can put in your wallet that actually block the signal so you can't be skimmed.
And that's where Tyler Harris from Armorcard comes in.
So Armorcard is the only product in the world that electronically jams the frequency that these cards and a reader or a skimmer talks to. So what you'll see by
it's a small card-like device that costs $60 and blocks any information being transmitted from your credit cards.
And then it won't be able to be skimmed. It creates a little force field around Armorcard, so when someone tries to skim your cards, it powers up and jams the frequency, so you're protected.
Despite all the technology in these cards, believe it or not, they will soon be a thing of the past. Before too much longer, all of our shopping and all of our banking will be done with fingerprint technology, iris scanning, and voice and facial recognition. In fact, that technology is already here.
Credit cards and debit cards are gone. They're not going to be part of our life at all.
Ken Farrow from Argus Global says from later this year, you'll be able to use your phone as a credit card to buy anything and everything using nothing more than your fingerprint.
Just like that payway, you swipe the phone across there, it comes up and say, is this really you? Yes, that's me. the transaction will be authorised. That's how it's going to be, and therefore the iWallet is the item of the future.
And facial recognition won't only be used for security, it'll soon be used to help us shop.
You walk into a department store and the camera picks you up coming in. It takes your face, it doesn't know who you are, it just takes your face, gives you a unique ID number, and the more you pass through the cameras of the department store, the more the data builds up on yourself. The ultimate outcome is that they can actually steer sales assistants towards you to what your needs are.
Ken Farrow believes as this technology is introduced, your money will be safer.
I think it's a very good thing. It's a technology that has been around. It's not brand new technology. It's been around for a long time. It's just being adapted because you are unique. You're a very special person. There's only one of you in the world. There's no twins, no doubles. It's just you.
As for Laura, she now only goes out with a basic ATM EFTPOS card.
My advice would be not to have a card with PayPass altogether. If they feel that they need one, then make sure they keep a close grip on it, and if they do lose it, to contact the bank straight away.
And Laura Rose Noonan got her money back in full after 6 weeks.